One team set for their maiden voyage here in the EASHL. Hi, everybody. I'm James Cybulski. Welcome to a fun night here on EA Sports. Opening face-off is just seconds away. The Nighthawks start with possession as we are now underway. Oh, did he ever rock him in the open ice?
The cliche in hockey is you want to start the game hard and physical and really set the tone, and that's what he was doing right there.
Scores! Well, was that quick enough for you?
That was quick. You want to dictate pace, especially when the puck drops, and putting one in early, that's the best way to get it done. Well, it's hard to miss from this distance, but you got to get there, and you got to get the puck on your stick. He does a great job of getting in tight.
The Icebreakers get one quickly here, and they're up early in the first.
That's so important when you're the away team that you don't come out flat. You get your lines into it right away, and they're rewarded with a goal in that first quarter of the period.
And here at center, that's intercepted. And the officials are calling a delayed penalty here. Looks like a trip. The Icebreakers will play it in their own end. Exploring options here inside the defensive zone. Can't pull the trigger. Let's see what the official says here. Celebrini's called for tripping. He's off to the box.
An untimely penalty to take here, James. You're trailing by once. You got to find a way to reset momentum. The PK is tasked with doing just that. Getting that puck down the ice and getting them back to even strength.
The Icebreakers win the faceoff. Answered the call there. Deep inside the defensive end, still trying to clear. And that clearing attempt is blocked.
Now you got to get this one out. There's no question about it, James, because now you wind up back in your zone with a tired group.
Tap dances around the check. Grabs the puck. The one-time blocking. Oh, how did he stop that? What a save by Wagner. They gain the offensive zone for the middle. Oh, talk about finishing your check. Wow. Looks to get the puck over to Young. Here we go. Puck's in deep. The Icebreakers gain control of the puck. Power play has expired.
Power plays dictate games, and this one did not. And the coach will not be happy with the setup or the opportunity that this unit gave him.
Huge steal in his own end. The Icebreakers take possession of the neutral zone. Moves it quickly over to Iafallo. Blocker save. The Nighthawks get a hold of the puck along the boards. Can't get a hold of that pass. Poor pass on the play, and the puck leaves the zone. Great burst of speed to come up with it. Oh, look at this chance. Thunderous collision on the play.
Well, and you got to love the sacrifice of this play here, James. This is how you go from defense to offense. You have to separate the body from puck. He does it perfectly.
The Nighthawks get a hold of the puck. Here's a short pass to Celebrini. At center ice now, he grabs the puck. The Icebreakers gain possession in their own end. Handles the puck. There's an injection of energy with that hit. And he's taken down. The officials are signaling for a penalty. They gain possession here inside the neutral zone. And now it's over to Iafallo. Here comes the official's call. Celebrini's going to the box for tripping.
You can see the frustration as he slams the penalty box door, James. That's the second of the period, and he knows he's put his team in a bad spot.
The power play unit goes right back to work.
Power plays, more time on the ice, the ability to get that puck moving. These players know exactly what they're doing. They work on it in practice. Spoke to some of them earlier today at the pregame, and they talked about the execution and the precision in particular with their puck movement.
Buttersworth's ready for the draw on this man advantage. The Icebreakers will go to work here in the offensive zone. Quick possession along the wall. And that's out of reach and out of the offensive zone. Retrieves the puck, trying to kickstart this power play. Sends the pass over. Takes a shot. Denies him. He got all of it. Ties gliding in for the face-off as this penalty kill will continue. They win the face-off here in their own end and take possession. The Nighthawks take it along the wall. Oh, and he makes another save!
What I love about this sequence of saves is knowing where the puck is, and his awareness is outstanding. He finds it, he makes the save, not once, not twice, multiple times. Celebrini's almost out of the box.
The Icebreakers power play has expired. Both teams now back at even strength. Oh, what a hip check! He lined it up perfectly. Puck scooped up by Celebrini. Picked up along the boards by Ty. Back to the blue line. Play is blown dead with the offside.
Wagner's tracking the puck extremely well right now. Just have a look at that last save. To be able to get in front of that puck, to be able to keep it out of the net. Outstanding performance by him on that last one.
Just here in the late stages of this frame, 1-0 is where we sit at this point. Oh, and he takes possession of the puck from off the wing with the centers all locked up there off the draw. Dismissed that chance. Save made by the goalie. And that's just out of reach. Oh, look at that!
These are the small space skills that some of these athletes have nowadays. They work on it continuously in practice to maintain possession while you're being jostled and shoved around. It's incredible to see the hand-eye coordination and the balance and the sequence to take it to the net.
Puck cleared from the defensive end. Fires it! You'll need more than that to beat him.
Let's have a look at that last hit. I mean, that was absolutely huge, James. You know that this is a momentum changer. You can see the bench erupt with that one.
Well, after all sorts of chances, they got another big face-off looming here.
Well, and the goaltender, I mean, he's been standing tall in the net. He's doing everything to keep the opponent at bay, but they've got the offensive zone face-off. They want to strike now while the iron is hot and they've had to sustain pressure.
The Nighthawks have it now. Oh, denies them with the paddle save. That knocks it off the puck and makes the routine save.
Wagner's able to put that puck to the corner. It really keeps the puck out of harm's way. No second shot opportunity.
The Nighthawks continue to trail despite multiple scoring opportunities here in the late stages of this first period. And they'll start with possession. Shot! And that's blocked from someone in front. 20 minutes in the books. Let's grab a breather and we'll come back with period number 2 in moments. Opening face-off for period number 2, about set to go. Here we go, middle frame now underway as the puck drops. All right, Pounder, put your analyst hat on. here. We've played already a period. What do you make of this one?
The Nighthawks were a little unlucky in that opening frame, James. They held the majority of the possession, which is exactly what you want, but it's about converting on those opportunities. Now they're trailing by 1. If they can start converting, they'll get back in this game.
And that's back-to-back snipes.
Well, it feels like there's a wave of momentum, and it has certainly changed here. You can get the opportunity, but you have to execute. That's 2 in a row.
The Icebreakers have extended the lead to 2 now here in the second.
Yeah, and sometimes as an athlete, you take a bit of a breather here, and sometimes that frees you to continue to play an attack, but sometimes it leads to complacency. You don't want to give any edge to your opponent when you have them down.
Grabs the puck. And it's a quick pass to Buttersworth. The Icebreakers take it along the wall. Here's a blast! And he gets in front of that rocket. Here they come on the rush. Tremendous block on the play.
Ron, the bench really erupts on that one because
Scores! It's in the back of the net.
some goalies have cat-like reflexes, and tonight he's just a little slower, James, to get across, and unfortunately it hits him. He doesn't get all of it, and it winds up in the back of the net.
The Icebreakers get a hold of the puck in their own end. Takes it at center. And a stick in the lane ends that threat. And called for the offside. We'll get a face-off. The Nighthawks have had multiple scoring opportunities, but they still trail in the second. The Icebreakers win possession here in the open ice. Up along the wing. And that was read perfectly. What a play by Young. There's the whistle icing the call. Getting closer to the halfway point of this frame. The Nighthawks make their way back into the face-off circle, still in search of another goal. Takes the shot, and the... Oh! Stop! Scores! They came, they saw, they took advantage of the rebound and score.
I just love these types of goal, James. I mean, you can see the energy on the bench, the coach, everyone is uplifted because these are dirty areas. These are tough areas. These are competitive will-type goals, and he finds the back of the net because he was willing to pay the price.
Looking to make something happen to the offensive zone. Huge play in his own end to come up with the puck. From the right side, he goes to the middle of the neutral zone. And that's intercepted by Young. Here they are on the attack. Comes up with the stop. Face-off coming up as the puck goes up and over the glass.
Sometimes when you're trailing in a game, you can kind of be flat. You can be dull, if you will. So you need a spark, and this is a type of hit that can really ignite a fire under your team. You can see it right away with the body language on the bench. They liked it, so look for that next shift, for them to be on their toes, not on their heels anymore.
And the puck departs the zone. Grabs it in his own end. Oh, and he throws a perfectly executed hip check there. A chance! There's the whistle as the puck is frozen up.
Well, hip checks can certainly be dangerous if they're not executed correctly here, but this one is absolutely textbook and really fuels his entire team here, James.
The Nighthawks win the draw. Now let's see what they can do with it. Grabs the puck here inside the offensive end. And he makes the save on that play.
Wagner's been a consistent presence in the crease, James. I mean, he's made the stops he's needed to, but his team's playing extremely well, and that's why they have a comfortable lead.
They score! Right on the doorstep. The rebound there to be had, and they made no mistake about tucking that one home.
actually a tougher play than it looks, James. You have to have timing and an awareness to be able to get your stick on that rebound and then bury it. Not a lot of time and space available, but he executes perfectly.
The Icebreakers get a hold of the draw. Takes the feed. Oh, wow, another big hit, and guess who's at it again?
No surprise here. We've been watching it since puck drop, and the opponent can feel him coming every single time. Man, is he throwing his weight around.
He got all of that one. Ref blows the whistle as the puck's covered up.
Well, let's face it, James, you're getting blown out in a game, you're really trailing, it's deflating. It's very deflating, you don't know how to get back in it. So often, sometimes you just start hitting things, trying to physically engage yourself and seeing if you can spark something anywhere.
The Nighthawks win the defensive zone faceoff. Receives the pass.
Come on,
Scores! What a play! The Nighthawks desperately needed that one here.
They did, and one of the key elements for them to have success is to support the puck. Feel like they've been isolated a lot in this game, but a lot of runway left over a period to play in order to get back in.
Oh, he blocked him!
Oh, that's gotta feel terrible, James. I mean, he finished his hit right through his check. Let's have another look at that monster of a hit there, James. You gotta love it. You have to have great timing, and you gotta know when your opponent's vulnerable.
Here in the back half of this period, the Nighthawks are still trailing by 2. Working to shake the pressure from the defensive zone. Oh, smart heads-up read. Quick feed to Iafallo. Takes the pass as he banks it off the wall. Makes it look easy with the stop.
As a defender, you love when your goaltender has this kind of rebound control. Makes your life so much easier.
Goaltender covers it up, and we'll get a reset here.
Well, he's having a multiple-point game right now because of how dynamic he's been in the offensive zone. I mean, he's been all around the net. When he's got the puck on his stick, he's a shooting threat. But also, when he's off of the puck, he's getting to the right spots at the right time. And this is how you generate offense. And he's been doing it all game long.
Oh, what a hip check on the play. He delivered that perfectly. Tries to make a move and can't hang on to the puck.
Sometimes when you lose the puck, it's a product of trying to do too much. Sometimes keeping it simple is more effective.
Works it across to Ty. The Nighthawks carry it along the wall. Grips it, rips it. Comes up with a big glove save.
Wagner's aggressive and at the top of his crease and makes an outstanding save from the slot.
Oh, he stops it with a glove. Great reflexes there. Oh, that's a good hit. Quick pass to Buttersworth. Stoppage in play, offside the call.
Well, I love what he's trying to do here, James. He wants to separate the body from puck, and that's exactly what you got to do. You got to play with a competitive edge and an intensity.
Late goings of this period. Lots of offense here tonight. 4-2 is where we're sitting. Nice job tying up his opponent. The Icebreakers have a hold of it in the defensive zone. And the puck leaves the zone. They'll be forced to regroup at center. And that plays offside. We got a face-off coming up. Officials ready to drop the puck and get things back underway. Buttersworth's won the draw at center. All alone! Oh, what a save on the play!
Yeah, and I think the shooter on this breakaway recognized that the goaltender was at the top of his crease and looked to deke him. He's got a nice set of hands, just ran out of room and wasn't able to convert.
Swoops in off the wing to grab the puck after the centerman tied him up. Oh, he needed to make that save with time winding down.
Wow, James, I mean, not everyone can elicit a thunderous hit like that. I mean, he just clobbered his opponent.
Let's it go. And with that, 2 periods now in the books. Been a great night of hockey here on EA Sports, and we got the 3rd period coming at you in moments. Both teams seem fresh after that second intermission. We're ready to drop the puck on period number 3. Well, the moment of truth for both teams here as we are underway in the third. 2/3 of the way to the finish line in this one for regulation time. Cheryl, how do you view it?
The Icebreakers are in the lead in the third period. It's been an entertaining game of hockey, but it's all about the offense and how much you can generate. Sky-high numbers off the charts, but zero defensive metrics on display.
Still plenty of time left in this frame. 4-2 is the score. Celebrini's won it off the faceoff. Oh, great move to sidestep the check.
Accuracy for you,
And look who's win again.
Well, he's been a punching bag tonight, James. He's going to have to find a way to get out of the way.
Quick feed down low. Buttersworth's going to play it to the corner. He slides quickly by a follow. Now that's a great heads up in the defensive zone to force the turnover. And he coughs it up with the pass. Takes the puck at the point. Into the offensive zone. Oh, they got thunderstruck.
Yeah, I love the way you... Oh, well, there's going to be a call on that one, James.
Let's see what the officials are calling. The Icebreakers are going to serve 2 for tripping here.
Hockey players have to continue to remind themselves, even when they're in a scrum, that they got to fight for body position and move their feet. If they don't, they get caught reaching, and this tripping call is a result of the extension of the arms.
Follows, taking it from his own end. Boom! Wow, what a thunderous hit there.
That was incredible. Everyone is on their feet. Man, did he get nailed.
Slides it diagonally to Young. And he takes the feed. Gives them nothing in front.
I'll tell you what, James, that ain't incidental contact. That was intentional. Certainly trying to really drive that body and separate the player from puck.
They'll get set to drop the puck as this power play continues. Celebrini's won the face-off, and now let's see what they can do. Here he is, they close! Oh, and he had it go off his mask!
Young's been feeling it here tonight, James, getting a ton of puck touches and looks on net, and finally cashes in. That one's going to feel good. But I do love his process here. I mean, it shows maturation in his game as a young player. Sometimes you can get frustrated and let it take you off your game, and this time, he didn't let that happen. He found a way to get the tally.
The Nighthawks win that offensive zone face-off. And he gets in front of that one.
Well, he didn't flamingo there. If you want to be on a PK, you got to make sure that you get to those shooting lanes hard and fast.
Nice job to escape the zone. Time to execute here on this power play. Both sides are evened up as the power play has expired.
Well, when you get the nod to hit the ice on a power play, you want to execute at least 20% of the time, and all these players are heading back to the bench, and they're deflated.
Slides the puck down low. Here we go. They've really ratcheted up the intensity here now in the O-zone.
Wagner's last save has to give this team some momentum. I mean, that's a point-blank chance that he's able to take away. Just very aggressive and assertive in his crease.
The Nighthawks' enemy is starting to become the clock as they still trail here in the third, despite several scoring chances. Here's an opportunity in front of the net. Taken by Young. Puts it on net, and he makes the save there.
Wagner's having a really efficient game right now, James. I mean, he's had to make many big saves throughout the game, and the timeliness of them can really give momentum to your team, and he has. I mean, just look at the ones that he has made. It's not necessarily quantity, but it's all about quality. He's been excellent.
Broken up at center. Grabs the puck in the defensive zone. There's the whistle. Offside is the call. Plenty of playing time left in this frame. The Icebreakers lead at 4-2. Well, that's one way to win the draw as he skates away with the puck after the two centers were tied up. The Icebreakers have the puck now. Sends it quickly to Buttersworth. Moves it around along the half wall. Moves it to Buttersworth. The Nighthawks take possession in the defensive end. Here's a chance. Glove save, and he made it look simple. Goaltender covers up and will get a face-off.
Oh, that's an absolutely massive hit, James. These are the types of hits that can change the landscape of the game. The power of the legs right through the body. Lack of awareness there on the puck carrier.
And from off the wing, he comes up with it with both centers scrummed up. And that pass attempt is deflected. Here's a shot. Oh, puts it off the iron. Had the side of the net, but doesn't go.
The Icebreakers get some emotion from the bench as they look to extend their lead and hit the post and out. Everyone thought it might have gone in, and then they realized it didn't.
The Nighthawks continue to trail here in the third period, despite being the busier team offensively tonight. And they win the offensive zone face-off, and here we go. Comes up with the block. And we'll get a face-off after the offside call. Past the halfway mark of this period, the Icebreakers have some breathing room as they lead by a pair. It's 4-2. Puck is dropped and he wins the draw here in the defensive zone. And he slides it back to Buttersworth. Here's a chance! Wagner's going to hang on for a whistle.
Such an impressive save. Love looking at this one again, James. You know that this goaltender is dialed in, so focused when they're doing everything to get to the puck and keep their opponent at bay.
The Icebreakers win it in the defensive zone. Working the puck deep inside their own end. He'll feel that one. He's got a step. He scores! A stone-cold finish on the breakaway.
And that's the bottom line, because it's in the back of the net, James.
The Nighthawks have suddenly put themselves into striking distance to even things up here in the third.
And it's tough when you're on the other side of this. You can feel the wave coming, and you're not sure how to stop it. So they have to find a way to continue the pace and put them on their heels and just attack the net.
Takes the feed ahead from the left side. Quick shot! And he makes the easy save. The Nighthawks have it against the wall. And we've got an offside with a face-off looming.
Well, that's how you get a puck, James. I mean, you recognize the timing it takes to meet your opponent right at the right time. And I mean, that's just an explosive hit, gets the job done.
And they've got the puck after that neutral zone face-off. Scoops up the puck now. And tries to make a diagonal pass to Ty. Into the corner of the attacking area. Great save by Wagner!
Sorry, James, didn't mean to step on your toes, but that was a massive hit, and now the play continues.
And someone's going off here as the ref's hand goes high in the air. Whistle blown, stopping the play. Iafallo's pick on the play has resulted in an interference penalty.
A really tough time to take a penalty when your team has a one-goal lead in the dying minutes of the game. Now it's about the PK unit doing their thing.
Slides in off the wing after the centerman tied him up. The Nighthawks grab possession of the puck. Under a minute to go in the third. Oh, what a hit!
Well, you know that this is how he plays, James. He's been lining them up all night long. He's doing a great job of physically engaging. Let's have a look at that last hit. I mean, that was absolutely huge, James. You know that this is a momentum changer. You can see the bench erupt with that one.
Buttersworth's recognizing they're still short-handed here as they get ready for the face-off. And with the centers tied up, he swoops in to take possession. Oh, they telegraph the pass, and he Gains the zone from the right. Shot! And not much on that one. Goaltender covers it up. We get a whistle to slow things down. Another face-off looming here on this power play. They take possession as he locks them up off the face-off. The Icebreakers will kill off a few extra seconds now and manages to clear the zone. Slides the puck over. Here's a shot. That's off a stick. Trying to come up with a huge defensive play to get this puck out of his own end. Passes up front. And scores! What an opportunity and delivers!
This is deflating if you're the team that just got scored on in the dying seconds of the third period. You felt like you had the game in the bag and you gave it away. But on the other side, there's a ton of momentum, energy, and emotion.
The centermen glide into position. Puts it on net, and one last save. There's the buzzer, and that means drama looms with overtime, and it's coming up in just a matter of moments. Who'll be the hero? Will there be a 0? Overtime set to go. All the drama, all the adventure, all the action. It's overtime. The Icebreakers have it from their own end. On the attack along the boards. Picks off the feed. Pushes it across to tie. Sends a pass over. What a steal in his own end. Inside the offensive end, now down the left. That opportunity's rejected.
Cuttersworth's pass was so difficult, James. I mean, he stumbles, he's off balance, and he's still able to corral the puck and get it off with precision to the shooter. That leads to a great scoring chance.
Tries to feed it over to Celebrini. Oh, and a misfire as that goes right out of the zone. Play whistle dead, penalty coming up. Iafallo's getting 2 for interference here. He's off to the box.
Well, overtime is sudden death, and now you find yourself shorthanded. Well, the PK unit, they know their role. They come out here, sacrifice their bodies, and get it done.
The Icebreakers get a hold of the puck in their own end. Looking to make something happen along the boards. And it's off the iron! Lehman's opted to hang on to the puck for a face-off. Buttersworth's ready for the draw as they will continue to try to kill off this penalty. The Icebreakers win the draw. The Nighthawks look to start the transition game. Now a quick pass to Ty. Sends it across. And that stays out as he got just enough of the puck with the glove. And play continues. Lugs the puck into the offensive zone corner. Putting the hard hat on here. What a hit. Shuts him down.
the greatest threat on the ice, and he makes sure that he redirects that puck. Iafallo's penalty is almost expired.
And a huge opportunity here in overtime is blown as the power play comes up short.
That's a deflating one, James. Power play in overtime and you don't execute. You can see the bench right now. They were standing. Now they're all sitting.
And a nice takeaway in the defensive end by Iafallo. Here's a shot. Turned aside by Lehman. Quick feed to Young. Slides the puck across to Celebrini. The Icebreakers gain possession in their own end. And now he moves it quickly to Iafallo. Offside the call. We'll get a reset.
You can certainly tell that he's leaving it all out there in overtime here, James. You know, it's about not just sending a message here. You're trying to win this hockey game. You're trying to drive play and doing everything you can to help your team win the game.
Great read by the winger to take possession with the two centermen tied up. Answers it with an even better save. The Icebreakers gain possession along the wall. The Nighthawks get a hold of the puck in their own end. Look at this. They've got some bodies here on the attack. Looking to end it. Overtime. Where they score. And that will close the book on this one here tonight. This really had a sort of chess-on-ice feel to it tonight. It was so back and forth and evenly matched.
The close games are ones that you have to find a way to close out, and every play matters, James, and it's integral that you find a way to stay present in the moment, trust the process, and really buy in every shift. When you have speed and numbers off of the rush, you push your opponent back. Some sagging D that opens up space to move the puck either in front or shoot it, James. I just love the play off the rush here.
Great night of action on the ice, and I can't wait to do it again. I know you can't wait either, so we'll see you next time, and real soon at that.